beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day to live life your way. Live 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 your way. It's a beautiful day to live your way. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. There's a rock in my shoe. Hold on. Okay. Ugh. Okay, where was I? It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Hey Liz, much love and happy Friday, sis. I hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness, do I have something in my eye? No, alright. Today is going to be a little bit different, you guys. I'm just going to be walking and talking. And I might see if I can't stop somewhere and prop up my phone to dance. But today I am in my old familiar stomping grounds. One of my favorite nature trail walks. And yeah, hopefully there's not too many people. It's not too crowded. But, you know, I'm letting go of what people think, what people say. I'm shrinking myself when people are around to make them feel better. Right? Putting myself outside of my comfort zone, doing things differently, not always the same. Hello, Lord Racer. Hello. Thanks for giving the thumbs up, my friends. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day to live your way. Live your way. To live your way. Live your way. Live your way. Live your way. It's a beautiful day to live your way. Man, I was wondering if I was even going to go live today. And so I went ahead and said if I want to go for a walk, I'll just go for a walk live. Because that's all that is when you wake up, what it feels most aligned to you in this moment. It doesn't always have to be the same rigid thing, right? Oh gosh. Welcome everyone. Anyone who is new here, my name is Ariel. Every Friday I show up for FreQSpeak Friday, where I speak from my unique frequency. We are all freaks with a special vibration, a special code within us. And I think the best way to unlock our potential, unlock our power, is to show up in our authenticity, unscheduled, well, really it's more unedited, unscripted, unfiltered, because I do schedule it. It's 11 o'clock every Friday. And on the angel numbers 11, 11, 12, 12, 1, 1, we stop and do a little dance party. So since I'm walking today, it's just a little bit different. I don't have a tripod or anything. So if I get to a spot when it's 11, I can't even tell time while I'm doing this. So I have no idea what time it's going to be. Doing lives on your phone is a much different setup, so I can't see the time. The chat is different to see. I see Liz is going on to lunch soon with a friend. YouTube has moved stuff again. Yes, I know, right? YouTube is now doing direct messages. Have you seen that? That's what's up, Lord Racer says. Your frequency ain't your weaknessy. That's funny. It's so true. It's your strength, right? But a lot of times I feel like it is seen as a weakness because we've been conditioned to conform so much, right? Not go against the crowd, make sure you fit in, blend in, right? You don't want to be ostracized. So, well, I want to make space for the unknown. I want to make space for creativity. I want to make space for, what is that word? Spontaneity, right? Being spontaneous. So here we are. This is one of my favorite trails. I discovered this place years back, and it's been one of my favorite places to come. It's a nice little private trail, and the woods just feel so freaking magical. I can't even describe it. It's not completely flat, so you get a really good workout. It's got plenty of hills, and during the hurricane a couple years back, when all the trees blew down, this place was just, it was off limits for so long. It was crazy. But I'm glad I get to see it again for a little while. And the goal is to be back up in this area, as soon as possible. Finding that balancing act between living in the matrix, surviving in the matrix, and detaching from the matrix at the same time. It is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And so I'm doing my best, taking it one day at a time. And yeah, there's not really much to say. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about today. Hopefully being in this environment will help me to connect, keep my channel open, and bring through something awesome. I'm going to go around twice. Around once is about 1.5 miles, a little less than 1.5 miles. So I'm going to go around the loop 2 times, get some good exercise in. Much love. Super Nelly's in the house. Aloha, my friend. I did hear that people were having issues with Facebook. I think that's what Liz was mentioning when Liz and Lord's Rage, so we're talking about Facebook. Yeah, Big Sis Shelly said she couldn't get on her Facebook and it crashed. Who knows what kind of update they're doing now, right? Oh gosh. I'm hardly ever on Facebook anymore. I have 3 Facebook pages because every time I had a quote unquote midlife crisis or identity crisis or whatever, I would want to make a new one. I didn't want anyone from my old life to see what I had become or how I changed or whatever. So I have 3 different ones. I have the very original one that I got when I was like 18, because I was finally allowed to get one when I graduated high school, my first year in college. I wasn't allowed to have one until then. And then I created a new one a couple years after college. Like, this wasn't about flat earth or anything. That was my last one. My second Facebook was more about, like, I was trying to grow up. I didn't want my mom to see stuff. I didn't want certain, adults that I had grown up with. I didn't want their input or whatever. And then the third one was flat earth. It was like, after COVID and everything, and I was waking up to a bunch of stuff on my other pages, and like people were just not. So I was like, yep, all right, starting over. So that was my third and final one that I have now. And going between all of them is difficult, and I really stopped getting in the groove of checking Facebook. So I see the appeal. Like, connecting to people, of course, is important. Hey, look, Cammie's in the house too. Much love, Cammie. So I can't see a clock today, so I don't know when it's going to be 11:11, so y'all have to tell me. I'm just on a walk today. I'm walking my favorite trail and just talking. I don't have anything planned. I kind of just being spontaneous again, the best of my ability. So if we get to 11:11, and I'll dance. If not, we'll just dance anyway. I'll see if I can't get to a spot in the trail where it'll be good to dance. But yeah, so gosh, in a transition period right now, in the midst of moving stuff and getting a storage unit for my stuff, because I'm not putting all my stuff in my mom's house. I'm not moving, officially in with my mom. Like, so I'm getting a storage unit up here, like where I want to live. And then I'm going to be helping out my sister. She is ready to pop. She's ready for the baby to come yesterday. You know how that is. Oh, is it time? Is it 11:11 Pacific time? Ray, much love, Ray. Okay. I think someone said it's time to dance, so. Music. Oh, we're dancing. Dance, dancing. We are champions, yes we are. We got it. We gotta shake it, jump, jump, jump. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. We do the jazz hands. Whoa, I can do the jigs too. Pow, 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 pow. Okay. How was that? Dance to the beat of your own drum. Oh, gosh. I feel like it's dancing without music is even more of a statement. I hope y'all still dance. Oh gosh, y'all. Lord Racer says he feels better and he didn't even dance. That's awesome. Oh, and I just got a bunch of stuff in my mouth. Yuck. These, so it's not spider webs, but it's like caterpillars or worms, I guess. They have their spinny stuff. Oh gosh, and it feels like you're walking through spider webs, but it's not, which I'm glad it's not, because it would be even creepier to think that a spider's on me. But hey, a little worm or even a caterpillar, right? I don't mind. I don't mind them so much. Conspiracy music guru. He says, what is this thing called dancing that you promote? That's funny. Conspiracy music guru, I know you know how to dance, brother. You've got rhythm and soul for days. Oh gosh. I'm glad you're able to join. Dancing definitely needs some music, guru. It really does. It really does. But if you can dance to the beat of your own drum and just make it up. Has anybody seen like videos where people are like, add music to my dancing, right? Those are pretty fun because you never know what music people are going to put behind you. Oh man. But don't forget, y'all, Alex has a meetup in Spain. Y'all should all make sure maybe you can go, or I think it's in Spain. I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to fuck up the details. But I know it's in September, and I wish I could go, and y'all should all go if you can. I haven't been to a truther meetup. I haven't been to any certain gatherings, for a while. Man, it's been a minute. And I know the time and dedication, commitment that it takes to make events, Karen and Christy, they know how hard it is to create events. So I know Alex has put a bunch of heart and soul into this. Hey guys. So y'all definitely need to enjoy the fruits of his labor that he's put in. Oh, Melissa, missed the dance party. Yeah. It's okay, Melissa. I'm on a walk today. And I just kind of danced randomly. I can't see the time or anything, and I have no scheduled topic. I'm just walking and talking. Just walking and talking. Which I have done before, where I used to do drive and talk. I don't remember what I used to call it, but it was just driving and chatting. And yeah, so you met an FE dude once, but not many others. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I'm probably just out of the loop. I don't feel like FE is that big of a deal anymore. But that just could be because I'm like, I've known about it for so long, right? It doesn't feel as mind-blowing to me as it did like the first 2 years. And after everything, right, in the community and stuff, it's like very much of a lull. However, I don't think that the FE movement has stopped at all. Oh no, I think that they tried to stop it, but there's way too many people who already knew about it. And like the whole NASA thing that recently happened, right, Artemis, like they show their acting is just getting worse. So it's like people are waking up regardless of what they're trying to do. They're trying to block out the sun, right? They spray all the time. They don't want us to get these solar messages, or the lunar messages. Any of the celestial bodies, they all communicate with us. Stars communicate with us just as much as the sun and the moon. And the wandering stars, which would be the planets, right? I believe they're all entities, or they are all spirits, and or communication devices. They speak to us. Women are connected with the moon. Y'all know I've said this so many times. Women are just like that connection, that lunar connection is strong within the female body. But as much as they try to distort the messages, they can't stop the messages completely, right? They can spray the sky as much as they want, to try to dim the sun's light, but the sun's heat still comes through. The sun's messages still come through. We just have to position ourselves in such a way that despite what they do, we are also still getting the codes, the downloads, the messages, right? Alex says my wife howls once a month. Howdy. Anybody else that came in? I see Justin's here. Hey y'all, it's harder for me to see the chat, just so y'all know, with a small phone and just me just a walking and a chatting. But I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope this live will put a smile on your face and remind you of your power, your creativity, your innate divinity, and remind you that no matter what happens, even if it's like something like that doesn't seem like it could be helpful, it really could be. Like a lot of times when we ask for things, we forget that we have to make space for it. So sometimes we have to lose things in order to gain what we really want. So there's that it's that death and rebirth cycle, right? After death is not the end. There's always a rebirth. But in order to get to the rebirth or the transformation, there has to be a death, and vice versa. So if you're trying to elevate or spiral up, which again, I've said many times, this is not a linear life. Time is not linear. It's all about a spiral. You're either spiraling up or you're spiraling down. And if you're trying to spiral up, then you are spiraling up. What the heck was I talking about? I got sidetracked because I said it's not linear time and it's spiral, education, your divinity. I'm going to get there, guys. Crap, this is a really good thought too. But maybe it wasn't meant to be. Oh yes, I was talking about things don't go right. Okay. When things don't go right, see, it's all a spiral. When things don't go your way, it could just be you are shedding the old and, preparing for the new. You can't put new wine into an old wineskin. People have, if you've read the Bible or, gone to Christian school, that would have been a easy analogy a lot of people use. So if you're like going through one of those seasons where the milk is being spilled, the glass is breaking, the car is breaking down, the roof is leaking, you've got fired from your job, you can't find a job, don't let that stop you or discourage you. Use it as it is for your advantage, because whatever it is happening, it has to be for your advantage. Even the things that are not to your advantage have to be for your advantage. If we truly are divine consciousnesses, right? We know we're not our bodies. We know we're not our eyes. We're not our thoughts. We're not the roles that we have been assigned or have chosen to play. We are so much more than we seem in this dense reality. Oh, it's a chipmunk. I love chipmunks. We are so much more than we seem. And if we use that power to actually propel us forward instead of just staying stagnant, right? It takes momentum, it takes time, it takes energy, it does take effort. And I feel like sometimes we can get wrapped up in wanting it to be effortless because we hear stories of it being effortless. And I think that effortlessness is a good goal because it can and does become effortless at some point. But in order to get there, you still have to put in effort. Like, for it to be effortless, effort was going to be needed, right? Hard work, dedication, devotion, discipline. It's like it's all your attention and your focus. It needs to go into one specific area. And the more that you put your attention and your focus, right? Energy flows where attention goes, or however you say it, right? That is what will create your reality, propel you forward. So don't get discouraged. Or, I think it's impossible to not get discouraged, but when you do get discouraged, when you do get depressed, remind yourself that it's okay to feel that way. You're allowed to feel that way. You need to fully feel that feeling in order to move past it. We're not feeling it to wallow in it. We're feeling it to transmute it and move past it. I have definitely been one of those ones that has wallowed in my pain. Woe is me. I'm a victim. Been there, done that. And I can see it more in other people because I have been there. And the thing is, you can't tell those people not to feel that way or not to think the way they thought, because that is how they have decided to protect themselves, right? Like, the victim mentality is how the victim mentality is built in a psyche for protection. Whatever the psyche builds for you, your unconscious beliefs, perceptions, that you carry, that you don't even know, your limiting beliefs, those things were built by you to protect yourself, because there was a point in your life where you needed that protection. And I saw a video of a girl talking about oh crap. I don't know. Oh, the loyal soldier syndrome, or the loyal soldier something. So she was talking about how at the end of, what was it, World War II, the war with Japan, and there were some soldiers that never got the order that the war was over, that they could stop. And so for 29 years they continued out their missions, they continued out their instructions, because they never got any instructions to counter that. They didn't know the war was over. And so instead of being like reprimanded immediately or something like that, why did you continue to do all these things? Japan gave them a parade, gave them a celebration, and said, thank you so much for your dedication. Thank you so much for, sticking to your task, your role, your instructions, and staying loyal for so long. We appreciate you. And now here are your new orders. Now what you have been doing is no longer needed. Now here's your new orders, or you're dismissed or whatever, right? My point is, They were celebrated before they got their new orders. And if we look at that and put that on with our nervous system, with our old beliefs, with our own internal monologue, and say, thank you so much, old me, little Ariel, you know, for doing what you could to keep me safe. These thoughts that people might hate me or might hurt me, or, you know, that I'm not good enough, some way, shape, or form has been trying to protect me from getting hurt, been trying to protect me from feeling pain, right? For going through other experiences that, or keep me from experiencing the same thing again. So why should I be like, oh my God, why am I having these same thoughts? And I'm such a terrible person because I can't change. Instead, I need to like say thank you for being loyal. And this is the new me. This is the new timeline. This is the new instructions, right? Like, and don't expect it to like change immediately. Just catch it until it does eventually change. Like, I have to reiterate the new instructions over and over again. Does that make sense? I'm going to check the chat here, guys. I've been chatting without that. It's a process. Last week's supper ain't this week's supper. No one evolves in the easy times. That's so true. Death is transmutation, yes. Okay, so I'm glad y'all are following. Lord Racer says LARPing and didn't even know it, right? That's awesome. And I think, you know, that's really the way we have to think about it, right? LARPing. It's like real life role play or something, or live action role play. That's what it is, LARPing, live action role play. I love the live action role play. I would love to go to a Renaissance fair. That would be some really cool LARPing to do. But that's like the best way I feel like to describe this place is live action role playing. This is my character, right? I've put it on. And I often feel like I live in a movie. You know, I think too, like, social media and everything has distanced us so much. And I'm surprised that it only met one person on the trail. Because there were plenty of cars in the parking lot. But hey, I'm okay with it. But LARPing, so I think that's the best way to try to get through this game. But I also feel like once you know you're LARPing, then you just want to get to know yourself more. Because if this human earth vessel is just your LARP, it's just something that you're putting on for this time, then who are you really? Who are you really? Right? I've got MACE energy healing sessions. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Justin says, like the Carmelo kid, all the racism claims are just victim mentality to cope with the consequences of bad actions. Right? Like, and I think it goes deeper than that too, because it's like inbred, right? Like it's inbred with fear, right? I grew up in a house. I had a black mom and dad. I am black. I might look lighter or closer to high yellow is what, you know, people in the black community would call me. But I'm not mixed, I'm not biracial, I am black. And my mom and dad wanted me to be proud of my black heritage. But more than that, there is a fear that is passed down to children when it comes to being black, especially the black boys, right? Like when you are young and you have someone beating into your skull, like you need to be afraid of these people because you look like this, and you need to be afraid that you look like this, and you know, you should be expect to be treated this way because you look like this. Like, it's hard to break out of that. And this goes across the board, right? For anything, not just racism. Like, there's so many things that we have been taught to believe from a young age that is hard to rewire. But I brought that up because, like, racism as a victim mindset, right? Because, yeah, sure, there's some stuff that happened, but are you going to stay a victim the whole time? And there's a lot of black people who don't, and there's a lot of black people who do. And I think, ooh, I almost fell there. The older generation, just like with the moon landing, is going to be harder to break than the younger generation. But I don't think that, you know, I want to say that I don't think that race is as big of an issue as it was, but I'm also very disconnected from all the races. I don't, you know, black people might hear me and think that I'm like a serious traitor, you know, like I don't talk specifically to black people or black women, right? They could see me as an Oreo, which is kind of, it's kind of insulting, right? Black on the inside, black on the outside, white on the inside, right? An Oreo. It's like, what does it fucking mean to be black? Like, to be human, right? Like, you know, race was started by a white man who just started to classify people by color. Before that, it wasn't by color, it was by nationality, it was by clan, it was by family, by tribe. And it's just another thing to keep us from understanding our power, because if we didn't see color, if black people and white people didn't see color in America, even, I mean, not just all over the world, but just in America by itself, tyranny would not stand. We would be one fucking nation. There would be no cracks if we saw each other as fucking humans. We all bleed the same color, right? There is no difference between humans. None. If we were not divided by gender, by race, by, you know, class, by education, if we weren't divided 7 different ways to heaven, they wouldn't be able to control the population. They wouldn't be able to control us. And, you know, I know that there are groups of blacks and whites who say that we should be segregated. You know, segregation, like, meaning don't intermarry for blood reasons. And, you know, I can't really get behind that, even if you're like, oh yeah, I want blacks and whites to be separate, but I want us to be cordial, but I just don't want us to breed. Like, but why? Like, what? Our blood is so quote unquote tainted and mixed, right? What's the point of trying to be pure-blooded now? What's it mean to be pure-blooded, right? Like the Hebrew Israelites, those would be a group of black people that are super racist. And I know that there are, you know, for lack of a better term, white supremacists that, you know, have groups that are like, if you're dating a black person, you can't be part of our group, right? If you're married to an opposite race, you can't be part of our group. Yeah, I don't jive with that either. I don't jive with that either. I think we all should come together as much as possible. All right, I've been chatting. Let me see. Mojo Shop. Hey, Mojo. Did you get your phone figured out, brother? Okay. A lot of the black community has been brainwashed to believe they are victims. Yes. Rap music. Oh my gosh, yes. Rap music. Any secular artist, really. I feel like there are very few endorsed artists for the black community that are not used as brainwashing. Skin color is as important as eye color to me. That's what's up, Lord Waster. Thank you, watch your step. Mainstream radio is state run, right? It's like playing the game without reading the rules. Yes. Started with gangster rap and has only gotten worse. Pac and Biggie was a big psyop, yes. Talk that talk, Ariel. Rap started way before Pac. Pac wasn't even born in California. Country is rap are literally the same topics. That's funny. I love that. I love the country song. If you play a country song backwards, you get everything back. You get your fridge back. You get your cat back. I love it. Race has been weaponized. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, and Mojo is shouting out flat stock at the farm July 25th and 26th. So anybody in South Carolina near Harleyville, that's where it is. Y'all should definitely check it out. I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I can't really say one way or another right now because I've got stuff up in the air with my family. But it is on my calendar. It is on my radar. Pac was a gay kid in art school that got cast for the role he played. Man, ain't that something? Is he the skinny kid that wore a red headband? I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. There's a lot of truth in music for sure, but mainstream rap is no. Anything talking about guns and bitches and drugs and yeah. And the music is like one of the, I guess, strongest ways to brainwash people because frequency, vibration, right? Music, sound, like it is so important. That's why they retuned all the pianos away from 432 to 440, right? 440 is detrimental to the human body, whereas 432 is healing. So of course they had to tune all the pianos so that it was no longer a healing frequency. And which is also why artists can only get so far in their careers, because if you're actually going to be talking about good stuff that's going to empower the world, then you can't be controlled. So yeah, we just have to figure out another way to get the message out there. I think Conspiracy Music Guru Alex, if you know he's still listening, is one of those amazing artists who has put in the fucking work, grinded to get his music and his message out there. You know, still try to be compensated for it. It's doable. It's simple. It's just not necessarily easy. And you really have to find your thing, your craft, that passion in you that doesn't feel like work, right? I feel like Alex is probably one of those musicians who makes music for fun, right? Like he shares it because it is his creative power. It is he's the channel of that thing. If that makes sense, you guys following me? Like we each have a thing that we were here to create. We were here to say. We were here to do. We all have that something. And when we find that something, it's not going to feel like work. It's not going to feel like clocking in 9 to 5 and not having any weekends and being worried about the weekends, right? And it's not going to feel like a burden. It's going to be something that we get lost in. It's going to be something that we come back to over and over and over again. I'm literally a mod on many. Metching was the psyop. Yeah, what's up, Tommy? Music is special. Yes. Music moves energy 100%. That's right. Alex, you mean to say that gangster rap compressed and in 444 hertz is not good? Shocked. Oh my. Our insides are all the same color. Exactly. 440 is the fluoride of the music industry. Yes. Oh my gosh. So true, Alex. So true. And I know that you actually spend time like with that solfeggio frequency, if I'm saying it right. It's so powerful, right? All the other frequencies are so freaking powerful. They help us to attune our own frequency, right? I think that goes back to like, you guys know the star forts or the cathedrals, right? They had huge like bowls and bells like to hit the right frequency, and it could have been that chapels and like the big beautiful cathedrals could have been hospitals or gardens, right? They used sound and water for healing, the sound of water. They used those organ pipes like to actually heal, because the body can use those frequencies when it's used properly. Because guess what, guys, we're electromagnetic. Don't y'all know that? You are an electric being. Like, that's why 5G and 6G hurts so much. You don't even know it. It's hurting your electrical field. And it's going to get those singing bowls, the tuning forks. Those freaking things are amazing. I have had a tuning fork session remotely one time. Chance from Interverse, he laid out like a crystal body stand-in for me on his side of the country, and like I still felt the power, like even though we weren't in the same room and it was a virtual thing, I still felt the vibrations like as he was going over the body. Like you can't make this stuff up. You can't you can't mess with this stuff. Oh, and I gotta go through some spider webs here. I'm glad when the sun hits them and then I can see it and then it doesn't end up in my mouth. Yeah. Oh yeah. The earth is perverted. Don't be a horizon humper. Yes, the bells. Hey, Melissa has some tuning forks. They're pretty awesome. That's cool. That's cool. I love music. My parents were actually really strict about music though, and I was not really rebellious. You know, like I didn't like doing things behind their backs. So if it wasn't like Christian or Disney Channel, right? Like Disney music which we know now even that was still questionable. Um, but yeah, I wasn't allowed to listen to it. I remember I got a Kiki Palmer CD one time, and my dad confiscated it and was like, "Have you listened to these lyrics?" And like, I completely understand. Like at the time, like, yeah, the lyrics suck. Like they are not good, uplifting lyrics, right? But and I guess I didn't have to, like, that's a really lame excuse, right? That's me going back to saying, oh, I'm a victim of my parents. They didn't let me listen to the specific type of music I wanted to listen to, so I didn't get into music. I could have totally gotten into music. Um, but just as much as the secular community is infiltrated, I mean, the Christian music industry is just as infiltrated, right? Like, if y'all know anything about black gospel music, like Kurt, Kirk Cameron, not Kirk Cameron, Kirk Franklin, and some of the big names in black gospel music, I feel like have been just as jeopardized. There's just as much infidelity, drugs, right? Like that is presented as holy. I think that's almost worse, to present yourself as holy and then be doing all this shady shit in the back, like, because they have to have a way to control you. They have to have their fingers. And when I say their fingers, like, who are these people, right? It's the people, it's the groups that control. Like, it's not just one. Like, we can't keep getting bogged down. Oh, we're waiting for one person to save us, or we're waiting for one evil person to show up. No, no, my friends, it is a group. It's a conglomerate. We're talking about the financial system, the financial mechanism, the war mechanism, right? The technological mechanisms. Like, these are huge companies with backers and with pure bloodlines, right? Who've been interbreeding and really talking about, keeping their family bloodline pure, right? They look down on us and think we're less than. Like, those are the people that make sure that they have their minions in everything, right? So there is no corner of the world that is safe. And I did say corner of the world, but y'all know it's just a flat plane. Let's just make sure we say that, right? On any part of the plane. So I could have, and there was one time where a guy looked at me and he was like, "You just look like you could tear up the floor." And I always wonder what would happen if I had taken that little bit of advice, like, that made me really happy to hear, but I was like so scared of it too at the same time, right? Like, what would have happened if I had kept up with my, like, singing lessons, like my piano lessons, if I had, been brave enough to, like, sing at church. I grew up as a pastor's kid. Singing, I could have sung at church, right? But there was definitely fear around that. Even when I went to college, right? My degree is in theater, just straight theater, not musical theater. And I spent most of my time, my concentration was stage management, technical design, like the backstage stuff. So even there, I still downplayed myself. I didn't want to compete with people. I didn't want to, put in the work and effort to be what I wanted to be, right? But it doesn't matter what I did in college, and I still learned a lot. And I'm still alive, which means I can still follow my dreams. And little by little, I do things that make me uncomfortable, right? That make me uncomfortable, but also excite me at the same time. Those are the things that we have to be doing, guys. Like, getting outside of our comfort zone, but like being excited about it. Like, doing something when you're full of fear will just drain the process, right? It's not going to be as like energizing if we are like, oh my gosh, like if we do it from the wrong frequency, it's not going to work. You guys following me? Am I just yapping? Disney is evil. Trust me, Mickey Mouse has been my neighbor since 1982. Oh, yikes. I'm sorry to hear that. Satanists run our world. Got us completely distracted by these theatrics. It's on us to save us. Cammy has a little minion. I can tear up a floor too. Yap away. Okay, cool. Glad you guys are just enjoying my little ranting here. Yeah, it feels good to get it out, you know, just to talk. And the more I do this, the more fluent and accurate I can be. I've been taking my course, so I'm in the middle of a certification course right now. Technically, I'm in the middle of 2, but I'm only working on 1 at the moment. And yeah, I know that I can use this, you know, to my advantage to help people with their health and help women to have a PhD in themselves. Like, that is my goal. Like, not just women too. I mean, I can help men too, right? The thing is that I know this is going to sound weird, ladies, don't hate me, but anything a woman can do, a man can do. Like, a woman can't eat a man's diet. Her body is too complex to eat a man's diet. But a man could eat whatever a woman eats. A man, as long as it's organic, a man could eat whatever a woman eats. But a woman should not eat whatever a man eats. Like, it's not it's not the same. Why? Because men came from women, right? Like, a boy can eat whatever his mom eats. But, like, the mom should not be eating what the boy eats, if that makes sense. So all of that to say, when I finish my certification for fasting and health, I could take on male clients. I could take on couples, right? But making sure that people have a PhD in themselves, in their bodies. Like, the indoctrination system, the indoctrination camps, schools, did not teach us anything relative to our bodies, our reproductive systems, nutrition, right? They don't even actually help us to find our callings in life, right? They've just put us in boxes, give us standardized tests, and tell us, you know, pick one of these 5 choices. And then there's only 5 choices. You can't be anything else. You can't make up your own anything, right? I love it. Rant and Beautiful, aka R&B. That's awesome. I think that is an Aquarian trait. I have dreams, but not the confidence. Alex is the exception. Oh my gosh, Alex, are you an Aquarius too? If you're still here. That's awesome, brother. I'm an Aquarius sun. I'm a Cancer moon and rising. So the rising sign matters just as much as the other 2. Yeah, and I think too Aquarians probably have more than one thing. So that's, you know, it's harder for us to pinpoint because we are air, right? We are very flexible. We can go either way. We have so many things we can touch. It's hard for us to pick one. That's why I feel like a lot of us are multi-talented. Oh, that's what's up. Alex is an Aquarius. That's cool. That's cool. Aquarius gang. Lord Racer says, they told me in elementary I'd be dead in jail by 24. Wow, I'm 44, never did either. Good for you, man. Show those fucking teachers they don't know shit. They don't know shit. I feel bad for teachers nowadays, man. The curriculum, the math, like the crazy stuff that they be teaching, and just like the constant disrespect like that kids give. Like, oh my gosh, I could not be a teacher today. And teachers get paid like peanuts. They get paid peanuts. You couldn't pay me to be a teacher. Lord Racer is an Aries. Ooh, the Ram. Fire. I haven't done anything with my astrology certification either, but I think that it will all tie in. Like my clients, like when I'm working with people, I'm going to get so in detail, like so in depth. Like I need to know your date of birth. I need to know your time of birth. I need to know your location. Like I need to get their astrology. And then I'm going to need them to go like an in-depth questionnaire about their health and their wealth, their mindset too. Cause I can see people like coming to me and like expecting me to do everything for them. Right. And it's like, no, I'm your coach. Like, I'm just here to guide you. You're the one that has to do all the work. I'm not about to sit here and like do it for you. I'll kind of like sort of hold your hand, but at some point I'm going to need you to like walk on your own. Like the point of this is not so that you need me for the rest of your life. The point of this is so that you get to a point where you know and understand yourself and you have enough tools to always bring yourself back into equilibrium, right? You bring yourself back into balance, into osmosis, right? Because dis-ease in the body manifests when there is dis-ease in our soul, disconnection with our like subconscious, right? Like inflammation, everything, all the organs can be leaded back to an emotion, right? Stress raises cortisol, you know, your body adapts to your environment, right? Your body adapts to the environment. So if your environment is full of toxins and you're saying that you want to feel better, but you're not willing to get rid of the toxins, then what's the point of me being your coach? You being my client? Like, what's the point of that? I understand how overwhelming it can be. So that's why I think being a coach or being a guide or teacher or whatever of this type. Oh, there's another chipmunk. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that one's a squirrel. Okay, sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so being that type of coach, like it can be overwhelming to make all of these changes. So you do, like, if people who are actually willing to change will need guidance, right? It can be overwhelming. So, you know, having a mentor, there's nothing wrong with having a mentor. It's just, I feel like a lot of people use mentors as a crutch, or, you know, they're looking for instant gratification and not really like wanting to work for it. Okay. So I have to find clients that are willing to work with me, right? Like I have to have a screening process, right? And I think that that goes for everything. We should love everyone, but we should not accept everyone into our inner bubble. Like there should be layers to the people, right? Like it's one thing to love and accept everyone, and it's another thing to try to be best friends with people. because you become the 5 closest people to you, right? I don't think that your inner circle should be that big. So you need to be screening people, whether it is that you're looking for a life partner, you're looking for a best friend, you're looking for a cook who's going to be in your house, you're looking for clients. Like, you need to screen people, have boundaries, because everyone is not for you, but you should also like be love to everyone. It's a fine line. It's a fine balance. Can't help you if you don't want to help yourself. Exactly. Exactly. My friends, what time is it? I don't know, but I think it's time for... Nope. Let's see, maybe down here. Time for a dance, a dizzy dance. Time for a dance, dizzy dizzy dance. Time for a dance, a dizzy dizzy dance. Time for a dance, dizzy dizzy dance. Oh, a dance, 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 dance. We're gonna celebrate. Come on, we're gonna celebrate. Come on, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna dance the night away. Even though there's no music, we dance. Oh yeah, who cares who's watching? Who cares who's watching? We dance. We dance. Woo, woo. We dance. We dance. Dance the night away. Oh my gosh. Did y'all do that? It was before the time. Yes, it only takes 2 to get the party started. Lisa, that's why some people are in therapy for years. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the rapists. Man. Seriously. Like, I feel like any profession, any medication, anything that is like, you have to use this and never stop using it. Like, if there's not a weaning off process, that might not be very healthy. I think that therapy is good, is super fucking helpful. But there should come a point where you don't need it anymore, right? Where you are able to regulate your own emotions, regulate your own nervous system, where you can communicate with the people who hurt you immediately. You're not afraid of confrontation. You are securely attached with yourself. Like, there should come a point where you are healed, right? You shouldn't always be in that one mind state, right? That goes back to the victim mentality. I saw a great t-shirt or sweatshirt that I saw a dad wearing, and it was like, dead pedophiles can't re-offend. Dead pedophiles cannot re-offend. I was like, sir, I love your shirt. I love your shirt. And my mom, I showed it to my mom. She was like, wow. She was like, yeah, I mean, if they're castrated, they can't hurt. I was like, yeah, okay. So if you castrate them, they still got their hands. They could still do something, right? But you're going to take away you're going to castrate them and take away their hands just to keep them alive? For what? Like, there's a snake. There's a snake. I'm not good with snakes. Hello. That's a black snake. It's not a green snake. It's alive. It's moving now. Okay. Bye. I wish you the best. I wish you no harm. It's very cool to see you here. Yes. Very cool. Oh, it's going up the tree. You guys see it? Oh my gosh, you see it going up the tree? Can I zoom in? I can zoom in. Oh my God, where'd it go? Oh my God, look at it go. Oh my God, that's crazy. Look at it. Snake in the trees. Oh my gosh. It's looking at me. Still looking at me. Ah! That's crazy. Okay. I ain't trying to pet it, Justin. I am not trying to pet nothing. It looks like I'm watching the Predator movie. Oh gosh, you guys, I have been scared of snakes like since I was a little girl. Oh my gosh, there was a snake like on my front porch and I thought it was a stick and I went to pick it up and it moved. Oh my gosh, I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. Oh gosh. That was a very cool experience just now. Oh man. Well, I've enjoyed this nature walk. I didn't time it or track it, so I don't know exactly how many steps I was, but it's not about the steps, it's about the movement. I got a hoodie on, so I did get some good sweating in. And now I'm at the end of the trail, you guys. Man, thanks for walking with me. Thanks for talking with me. Thanks for dancing with me, even though there was no music. Oh man. So, again, thank you all for joining Ariel's FreQSpeak Friday, where she shows up unfiltered, unedited, unscripted, and speaks from her unique frequency. Remember that you are a beautiful, unique freak, and your freakishness is needed. It is desired. It is what will transport humanity into a bigger and better timeline. Your voice is important. Your voice is unique, and you have something to give and offer the world. Oh, look again. I showed a pretty lady my snake and never saw her again. I can't with you, Lord Racer. Shelly, much love, Shelly. Liz. Gosh, you guys. So I'm headed to take some time for myself today. I get to be alone, which doesn't happen very often. So I'm going to enjoy some time alone. I'm going to take a bath later. Baths are important. Super energizing. And I'll be back next week. So, oh, now it's 12:12. You know what? I'll go ahead and I'll dance again. Why not? If I can prop my phone up somewhere. Let's see. Stand up. Nope, it won't stand up there. Can I, like, prop it? Where can I prop it up at? Oh, here it is, maybe. Okay. And it's a thriller time. And it's thriller night. It's a Friday. It's Friday time. Friday time. Y'all. Y'all got 3 dances out of me today. Y'all should feel special. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. Y'all are awesome. And I will see you next week. Stay flat, y'all.